Don't you know you are my world? Don't you ever leave me, Tempotron. It's Tron's song by Thundercat. It's a song that guy wrote about his cat. My cat's missing. I'm feeling that song right now. She's so scared out there. She needs to be fed.
The Pop Culture Master Race.
Oh no! You wear it for drapes.
All your pop culture needs. And here are your hosts, Aidan Munga and Brett Page.
Anyway, welcome back to the PCMR podcast where we talk about movies and video games and comic books and TV shows and all that good shit. The stuff that doesn't matter, but hey, you care about it anyway. So do we.
Yeah. Well,
Welcome.
we assume you care if you're listening.
I would assume so. That you just enjoy the dulcet tones of our voices, which, okay. Calm down.
Well, people apparently like Australian accents, so...
I don't think they like our accents. I think they like the Chris Hemsworth accent. The accents that come with a six-pack, not the ones that come with crippling anxiety and whatever you've got.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. It's just something that just lives
Just a
inside
whole-
me.
Whole bunch of mess.
Yeah. It's just, you don't want none of this, Americans. You don't want none of this.
You don't want none of this. Anyway, you know what you do want? You want some of this sweet nerdy news, which is what we've got. Because next week will be a Luke Cage week because we'll be talking about the new Netflix Marvel series. Another edition in the long run of great series. 2 seasons of Daredevil, a season of Jessica Jones. Luke Cage joins that. We're talking about all that next week. But for this week, we got some news and some rumors, a lot of Marvel stuff, some weird shit, and some good stuff, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. We got a lot of rumors this week. There wasn't a lot of news per se, but a lot of like actors like teasing little bits of information, you know?
Little stories on the grapevine.
But here's one that actually is a story. The CW.
Some tech news.
Yes, the CW announced they're releasing an app. They call it an app, but it sounds like more like a Netflix whatever type thing. But it's for free, and it's to stream their shows. So from what I read, basically the way it'll work... Oh, God, pardon me. The way it'll work is that the most recent 5 episodes of every show they have will be available to stream for free.
Now, the important question, the $1 million question for us, is that worldwide or is that in the US?
See, I don't know if it is, because I tried to look and see if it was worldwide or if it was just the US, but nothing. But I'm assuming it would be worldwide, because this is the CW themselves, the ones who own the rights to their shows, putting it out there like that. So one would assume...
That's true, but sometimes the US forgets that the rest of the world exists. They'll say, hey, this is available everywhere. But when they say that, they mean it's available on all these devices, not in every country.
Yeah.
So
I saw where it was saying it was available. It's like available on the Roku, whatever that is, on Xbox, on Amazon.
fuck is a Roku?
I don't know. People keep saying it though when they say things are available and things. Like, what the fuck's a Roku? Every time someone says Roku, I just think of those fucking little fucking vacuum
Do you remember
cleaners that
TiVo?
operate on their own.
Do you remember TiVo? That was a thing
Yeah,
for a while.
I
Is
think
that
it was-
still a thing in the US?
I don't know.
Like they're always talking about their Chromecast or their whatever. Like I think we have Apple TV here,
We
but
have
it's
Apple
not like
TV, but no one
as
uses
prolific. No, because we're a nation of pirates.
it.
We're convicts.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix has helped with that, but not as much.
Not as much as one would think.
Definitely not as much since the freaking VPN ban on Netflix.
Like if I can't find it on Netflix or Stan, I'm going. I'm stealing that shit.
You have Stan?
My girlfriend has Stan, so I have, and she's left it on my computer and my PlayStation. So sometimes when I know she's at work, I know no one's using it. So
Isn't it like Netflix? Like you can have it operating on so many devices at once.
I'm not sure what her deal is. I don't think she's paying for the 2-device thing. So I just play it safe and do it whenever she's at work.
Fair enough. Is there anything decent on there? I've never even looked. I've just
It's
always
got some stuff,
scoffed
like-
the idea.
It's got Ash vs. Evil Dead. It streams all that up to date. It's gonna have some original series soon. It's got one original series. It's got Wolf Creek.
Okay.
It's got on that, and it's got a few things that Netflix doesn't have.
You know-
There is
you
a bit of crossover. Like I was going through it, and it's like that's on Netflix, that's on Netflix, that's on Netflix. But there was also a bunch of stuff from like, well, I guess that's not on Netflix, that's not on Netflix.
You know what I've realized?
Mm.
The Australian Netflix, what it does have is an abundance of horror movies.
It does have a lot of horror movies. We do like to be scared.
Yeah, I watched The Conjuring for the first time last night.
Oh yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, though. Cause I think it's because one of those things that I waited to watch it because I wasn't that interested in seeing it straight away. So, but people built it up. Oh my god, it's the scariest thing ever. I'm like,
It's not that. Like, it's okay. It's got some tension to it.
It's tension. There was some good tension, but other than that, it was kind of like your stock standard.
Also, no one
haunted
dies in that
movie.
film.
Yeah, no one.
I mean,
dies.
spoiler, but yeah, no one dies. Like,
it came out in 2013. We're past the freaking embargo on spoilers.
that's true. But yeah, like, I remember watching it going like, this was just like a mildly inconvenient day for these people.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can understand how it'd be terrifying. Like, if that happened to me, I'd be fucking terrified. But no one died.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Which I think that's kind of ballsy for like a horror movie to
to not
rely
kill
more
someone.
on like tension and like not rely on kills. So on that level, I kind of enjoy it. But it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, apparently they're now making a third Conjuring because the second one came out earlier this year and apparently did really well again.
Low budget horror, man. They do really well. Like you get in, you spend like 10 million, you make 200 million at the box office. Easy.
Yeah, easy money. Well, apparently they're calling it a whole universe now because they have...
fuck universes.
Yeah,
No.
I know. They have The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2. They have Annabelle, and apparently they're making an Annabelle sequel. And now apparently there's another one coming out called The Nun.
Oh, really? They're going to make one about the nun as well? Jesus.
Yep, so...
An entire horror universe. Great. That's just what we need. You know?
Well, I have to commend them a bit because... They didn't do like what we've said DC is trying to do and just starting off with the idea to create a universe. They just started with The Conjuring and they're like, okay, people like this.
I guess that is
Let's
like,
build from that foundation.
I do like the building from a foundation and not trying to tempt fate and be like, hey, this worked well. See if it'll work well on its own. I like that idea, but at the same time, I'm like, not everything needs to be a universe.
Yeah.
Like, just make new stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely those two conflicting ideals in it. But I don't know. They're building it from a foundation. They started with one movie without the intention to create a universe, so I'll give them respect for that, at least.
I guess so. Oh, speaking of other things that is streaming on Stan, iZombie, which maybe now you can watch it on the CW app.
Oh, yeah. I read that it's going to be there. All the Arrowverse stuff, the 100.
Bring it all around. Well, I'm hoping that it's worldwide because I'd like to be able to watch all my superhero stuff,
Yeah. Well, in an
Legally.
easier fashion. It'd be easier. Because it's literally like, from what I read, like the second after it airs on TV, it will be available there to watch it. And you'll have 5 weeks from the day that it airs to watch it. So if you keep it up, you're all good.
That'll be fine then. That'll be good. All right. Well, I hope that works. Another thing that I hope is true is that Sam Neill will be in Thor Ragnarok.
Yes. Because they've already got Jeff Goldblum.
A little Jurassic Park
Yeah.
reunion, which would be super nice. And, Sam Neill has been out of like the spotlight for too long. He is a great actor and he deserves more attention. And I think he's getting a lot of praise for his work in The Wilder People, which I still haven't seen. I think it comes out in DVD soon. I want to catch it because apparently it's really good. And it's directed by Taika Waititi, who's doing Thor Ragnarok.
That's kind of part of where this stemmed from, because it was that and the fact that he literally said in an interview that he did just spend a few days on the set of Thor Ragnarok.
I'm not expecting like a massive role, but maybe like a cameo would be nice.
So
if he's hanging out in the background with whoever Jeff Goldblum's character is. What's his... It's like the gameskeeper or something. One of
I
them.
have no fucking clue.
He's on like the Hulk world and he's like doing some stuff. I forget. It's hard to keep track of all this shit, man. Do you know how many comic book characters there are? Too goddamn many.
So maybe he'll be one of the red people on Planet Hulk. Okay.
Maybe.
They never gave that species a name. They're always kind of just the red people.
Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares? They look like people. They were red. That's all that mattered.
Exactly. They're not going to get a rich backstory. We're not going to see some deep human intriguing story. They're background characters. They're just there to fill up a stadium while Hulk does some Hulk stuff.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck what their species called? Don't matter.
There was other species on that planet that they gave names, like the hivelings and the broodworm. The broodworm, which was apparently like had no gender, but whatever.
All right.
I'm rambling.
Do they reproduce asexually or something? Are they
No,
like-
I'm pretty sure that because there was a scene where it was giving birth. This is in World War Hulk.
Oh. Well, can they all give birth, or is it?
Yeah,
like
they
a
all
hard-
can. And
All right. What? Fine. Whatever. You know.
I don't know. It's
It's space and it's made up.
yeah, yeah. It's confusing at times.
It's all confusing. Space is confusing. You know what else is confusing? Bloody magic.
It's confusing in the good way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have no idea what's going on, but I like it.
Doctor Strange has been confirmed for Infinity War. Now, this is just in a long line of people slowly saying, yeah, I'm going to be in the film. This was expected,
It was
I would say.
Yeah, definitely expected. Like, this is like actual confirmation that he's going to be there because he was saying how they're trying to work around his schedule because he's apparently the busiest man in Hollywood to get him in the film. So, but
Yeah, he was.
It's just like
they had to delay the movie a couple of years because they wanted him.
yeah, exactly. So he's just that busy. So it's kind of like this news is like, yeah, we kind of already knew that.
It's true. I mean, he's doing a lot of like not Broadway, West End stuff, and he was doing Sherlock. So, guy's busy.
Yeah. And well, in another interview, he also stated when talking about his character that there could be a possibility of the Illuminati appearing in the MCU.
Now, Brett, you're aware of who the Illuminati is because they were featured in the Hulk run.
Yeah, they were the whole reason Planet Hulk happened, the Illuminati, minus Professor Xavier, though, because he wasn't there for some reason. They decided
I
to
assume
send...
Mr. Fantastic is not going to be involved in this version of the Illuminati.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know how they will because they're going to have a lot less members. There won't be Xavier. There won't be Black Bolt. There won't be
They
Namor.
could have Black Bolt. Like,
Oh, I guess it depends when. Well, there won't be Namor, definitely, because I know that don't freaking like Lionsgate have the rights to Namor.
I think it's Universal.
Yeah,
has the
someone
rights
has the
to
fucking
him.
rights to Namor.
It's some confusing thing, but they haven't done anything with him, so that might end real soon.
Yeah.
So
If Marvel,
they're
give them
planning
money.
these things up to like 2020 and beyond. They very well could do an Illuminati thing.
Yeah, well, they have Iron Man. They have Doctor Strange.
Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther.
Yeah, they could put Black. Is Black Panther in the actual Illuminati in the comics?
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, all I know is that in the World War Hulk, he's out to kill Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Black. God, I keep getting a catch in my throat. Black Bolt and freaking who was the last one?
Xavier, Black Panther, Fantastic.
I don't know. I'm having a mad blank because there's one run where because the X-Men run of the World War Hulk is him going to the X-Mansion being like, "Yo, Xavier, I know you weren't there when they voted about sending me to space, but if you were there, how would you have voted?"
And him just going like, I wouldn't have sent you to space. All right, you're cool then. Fuck.
you know that would be the easy
As if you would
option.
say, yeah, I wanted to send you to space. Like,
That would be the easy option, but this is Professor Xavier. He's not going to sit there and lie, It's not his deal.
yes, he would. He is a jerk. He's the biggest jerk in the goddamn Marvel universe. He lies all the time to
wow.
students, and then he says like, "Oh, that was just a lesson so that you could all learn teamwork." And they're like, "Professor Xavier, you're a dickhead." And he's like, "Ha ha ha ha, smoke a pipe."
See, he'll usually lie for a good reason, though. He won't just...
I'm really angry at you. I'm going to destroy the X-Mansion. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I think I'm not going to destroy the X-Mansion. Wait, Professor Xavier, did you read my mind and mess with me? No, I didn't. Oh, boop, boop, boop. Wow, I feel so happy going to... Bye, Professor Xavier.
But right now, the Hulk is so angry that Xavier can't penetrate his mind. Yep, that's a thing.
Righto.
This is comic books. They can do whatever they want when they
That's
want.
true. Hey, you know what's happened to Professor Xavier at the moment?
What?
Red Skull's got his brain. And he's running around with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Aren't comics fun?
Wasn't there something like an interview with Hugo Weaving about them talking about the possibility of Red Skull coming back? Did you see that?
Yeah, he did mention it, but, no one's talked to him. It's just him going like, you know what? After some reconsideration, that is kind of fun having all that latex stuff on my face.
Yeah.
If they want me back, I'll come back.
He's Australian, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Australian. He's probably feeling left out because of all the Chris Hemsworth, Taika Waititi, Queensland stuff, and he's like, I wanna be in a film.
Yeah, I'm here too, guys. Come on, let
Someone give me a call. God damn it.
Yeah,
that's probably. Or he's looking at his next mortgage and he's like, who pays the best? Hey, Marvel.
Speaking
Australian
of bringing
film industry is pretty shit. Oh yeah, speaking of bringing characters.
Yeah, bring characters back. Samuel L. Jackson in an interview. This is how we're getting all this stuff. All these actors are dropping little bombs in these interviews.
Doesn't matter what these people are doing. They'll always get us so Marvel. And they're like, yeah, I want to go back. Of course. They pay the best. It's great. Do you remember that interview where Bradley Cooper was talking about what he got paid to voice Rocket Raccoon? And he was like, I got paid more to voice this raccoon than I did in these 3 previous films than I did combined. And it was just, and they were just like, what, really? It's like, yeah, Marvel pays real well. If they want me back, I'll come back.
Yeah, fuck. No, you'd imagine though, because these movies make so much fucking money.
So much money.
On top of their grab of being like, hey, superhero movies. Oh god, I keep getting a catch in my throat.
Jesus, man.
Being able to get big name actors in on their shit as well is another little thing. Like, come watch our movie. We have Bradley Cooper. We have freaking Vin Diesel. We have Chris Pratt. Just all the cast.
The cast alone really is enough reason to see Doctor Strange. That's a lot of A-list, like, award-nominated talent they've got there.
Oh, yeah. And Benedict Cumberbatch, he's like one of the biggest names being thrown around Hollywood right now.
Almost like everyone besides Mads Mikkelsen in that cast is like, I am a thespian, like Shakespearean trained actor. I'm Tilda Swinton, or I'm Benedict Wong, or I'm Benedict Cumberbatch, or I'm Chiwetel Ejiofor. They're all like great British actors, and then there's Mads Mikkelsen there. It's like, and I am a great Dutch actor. It's like, just everyone in this cast is amazing.
You know what word I'd use to describe them? Royal. They seem very royal. Like when you're talking to... If I was to sit down and have a conversation with Benedict Cumberbatch, I'd feel a lot like I was
You'd address him as like, Your Majesty.
yeah, pretty much. I'd feel like I was having dinner with the king. Like,
Your Excellency,
thank
Benedict
you, sire.
Wong. Well, Benedict Wong does play Kublai Khan in Marco Polo, so he is... he does play some royal figures. And Tilda Swinton was... like the witch queen, whatever character from the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh,
yeah, that's where she's from.
That light never clicked before. Well, other than that, now the only thing I've seen her in is We Need to Talk About Kevin.
There's a good little vampire film she's in with Tom Hiddleston. I forget what it's called. But
Loki and the
it's pretty neat.
In vampire film. Okay.
It's like not like a vampire film. It's like an arty vampire film where it's like 2 arty people living in Detroit being like, oh, we're vampires, but we really just want to sit around and talk about these different amps and guitars that we have. So it's like, it's a very slow kind of like arty film. There's barely any vampire bits in it. It's more a talk about being immortal and being in like a city that's decaying and whatnot.
I remember once watching the dumbest vampire film with Jesse.
Oh yeah,
it was like chicks getting freaking lost in the woods, and then something happens and they're in a graveyard and they have to kill a vampire with a giant dildo.
All right, yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Yeah, you know Jesse and his dumb movies.
Hey man, we all got our vices.
With Jesse, it's either weirdly, insanely gory, or it's just so fucking dumb. I remember watching some stupid one about the true story of Ned Kelly with him.
Oh, and like it's just called like Ned or something.
Yeah,
and he has like rubber plants or something.
Yeah, what actor? He's actually one like really famous
Yeah,
Australian
it's something
actor.
like Australian comedy. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, what's the actor in it that I'm trying to think of? Oh fuck, I got
Angus Sampson, is he in it?
Yeah, I actually think Angus Sampson is in it because
Mm.
I can't
There was that
believe
era of,
Angus
like-
Sampson was in Mad Max.
There was that era of like Australian films where like Angus Sampson was in everything. Like if it was an
Yeah.
Australian film, Angus Sampson was in it. It's not quite that way now. But for a while there was like, oh, Angus Sampson is in it. Must be an Australian film.
Fuck.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Samuel L. Jackson returning to the
I found
MCU.
a Wikipedia page for this film, but it's no even cast list.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, if
It's
no
gonna
one cares
annoy
about
me.
Australian cinema.
It's gonna annoy me.
Well, you look up that. I'm going to talk about this news piece here. Samuel L. Jackson was talking about it in a recent interview that he would like Nick Fury to return to the MCU and to bring S.H.I.E.L.D. with him, which, you know, with what they're doing currently in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they're, because of the Sokovia Accords, S.H.I.E.L.D. is being re-legitimized and being reintegrated into the government. Sure, that's like something that can definitely happen. Brett, you still
Yeah,
there?
yeah, no, I'm giving up for now. I'll look it up
Good.
later.
Give up,
No,
man.
Yeah. And as well as that, Samuel Jackson said in an interview, like, I don't know how they'll do it, but in some way, somehow, they'll bring me back.
Of
And-
course they will.
Of course they will. Samuel L. Jackson.
He's almost definitely coming back for an Infinity War.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
definitely.
he'll pop up there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have a name for the second Infinity War yet? Because it used to be
Not
part
yet,
1
no.
and part 2, but now it's
I don't
just
think we're
Infinity
going to
War. There's
find
some-
out until like next year.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is because
Mm.
apparently it's not a continuation, but it is a continuation at the same time.
I think they're going to be like, they're going to like focus on two different things. It's not going to be like a part 1, part 2. They've probably like shifted the story to like the first one. It's going to have like a beginning, middle, and end. But the second one is going to like definitely carry on from all the events that's happened in Infinity War.
Yeah, like maybe at the end of the first one, they'll have a minor victory, but the big battle is still to come.
Yeah, it's going to be something like
Something like that. Something
Mm.
cheesy like that.
that. Mm.
So, anyway, more fucking Marvel news. For the first time ever, they are submitting Civil War for the awards ceremony. Now, if you people don't know what that means, you know what that means, don't you, Aiden?
It's a For Your Consideration campaign. That's what
Yes.
they're doing.
So basically, they're trying to get Civil War some Oscars or whatever
Mm.
by...
Probably some Golden Globes, I think they're going to be trying to aim for. Now, they're probably not going to get it, but money does go a long way in Hollywood. If you want to know more about For Your Consideration campaigns, definitely look up Adam Ruins Everything. He
Yeah.
has like an episode on that, which is really
A
informative.
lot of his videos have been going viral lately.
They're real informative. I enjoy them.
Yeah,
They're
did
well put together. They're well presented, you know.
Did you
And
see
they're
the
factual.
one about trophy hunting?
I did. Like, that was something I already knew, but it was kind of interesting to see it.
See,
Oh.
I had a basic knowledge of that. Like, I
Mm.
knew that there was a lot of fucking hoops you had to jump through to be
Mm.
able to kill like endangered animals.
Yeah.
And I knew at the same time the way they did it, you had to pay money and it went to good places.
Mm.
And if they did let you, it's like, here, kill this old one who's dying
Mm.
anyway.
Yeah, and you know, if you absolutely must, you know, do that, then that's fine. And yeah, I do get the idea that it's like poachers and like people mass hunting these things for their tusks is what really is ruining stuff, not one dickhead from America who's like, I want to feel like a man, so I'm gonna kill a rhino. Ha ha ha. It's like,
Yeah. See, we're probably not explaining this very well. Go watch his video on it and see
Yeah.
that we're not being fucking assholes right now.
no, like if we had it our way, none of that would be happening. You know.
Yeah.
Just-
But the
leave
way
him
they
alone.
put it, you really get to understand that, well, actually, this is kind of helping the animals and
the
communities.
best of a bad situation, really.
Yeah, because a
Mm.
lot of these animals that they go hunting for, it's in Africa. They're
Mm.
going for lions, rhinos, and whatever. And as we all know, a lot of African nations, if not the majority of African nations, are like third world countries and really struggle in a lot of fronts. So, money.
Also,
from
if you're
rich
like a
Americans-
farmer and like you're not going to be caring more about, you know, making money and taking care of your family, not about the fucking lions. So if you can find a way to help communities make profit off of protecting these animals, then yeah, that's a good business situation. It's the best of a bad situation. Yeah, go look up the video. Adam Ruins Everything where he talks about it. It'll explain it better than we can. Let's move on. So what do you think Civil War deserves in awards?
I think it deserves a few technical awards. Because
I definitely deserve some technical
great
awards.
CGI.
I would like to see Robert Downey Jr. nominated for something. I don't think he should win, but I think he did give actually a really good performance in that film. So, like a best supporting actor consideration would be nice, I reckon.
That'd be good, and it would be really big for superhero movies in general, even just a nomination. So,
Or maybe some cinematography recognition, because there was some really cool shots.
Yeah,
in that
like
film.
I said, like some technical nominations at least would be nice.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And,
but
you know, we're getting towards that where superhero movies are going to start getting more well recognized. Like, it happened with The Dark Knight, but I feel like eventually we're going to get to that point where it's going to happen again and more frequently.
yeah. Well, it's like they're making truckloads of money. So at that this point, that it's like, okay, we're making out truckloads of money. Maybe it's now time to start trying to get more widely received. You know?
I think less widely received, the more just like industry critical acclaim is what they're after
industry
now.
acclaim, yeah. They can
Like they've
smack
conquered the
those
box
things.
office, they've conquered audiences, they've got a solid like stake and audience. So they're not worried about money. It's more just like, well, how we want to impress people now. We know we can make money.
Yeah, we want the awards, we want the acclaim, we want
Which is good. That's
show
what they
people
should
that
be
we're-
aiming for. They
Yeah.
should be aiming to improve themselves again and again and be better than they were before.
Yeah. If you think you're the best, you'll never get better.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Something I was taught by my bass guitar teacher back when I was like 16.
And that's why I only consider myself a shit guitarist.
That's why I consider myself a shit everything.
All right. Well, that's oh shit, we've just run so quickly through that gamut of news.
Yeah, it's all room. We can fill up the time. We can talk some shit. Shoot the shit.
All right. So we had a discussion about a clip that was released for Supergirl.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
So a clip was released where it was like the first scene I think we see of Superman as he appears on the Supergirl, played by Tyler Hoechlin, and you didn't care for it. You found it campy.
I didn't care for it. Here's the thing, like I like it when shows embrace their ridiculousness. I want to say that. I like when shows embrace their ridiculousness, because sometimes if you take yourself too seriously, it's weird and it doesn't work. But at the same time, I feel like there's a point where you're going too far. Like, the clip starts with a guy on the phone and he's doing that thing where, like, in his answers, he repeats back what the person said. Yes, I'll have those papers back on your desk. No, it's okay. Yes, I will make sure that I do this, and, you know, that kind of thing. I didn't care for that. But then when Supergirl's trying to stop that plane from crashing, and Superman flies down, and she's like, hey, cuz, I stopped it right there. No, people do not fucking talk like that. That is not how a human being interacts with another human being.
They're not
Stop.
human beings, Brett. They're Kryptonians.
They grew up on Earth.
Still doesn't mean they're human beings. They're
you know
literally
what-
gods that walk among us.
You know what it reminds me of? When you're watching a porn and it's like, oh, hey, sis. I'm like, no.
Wait, you want to know what my opinion is?
What?
You take a look at the DCU where everything is super serious and everyone takes themselves so fucking seriously and no one smiles at all. This was well lit. People were smiling. They were having a good time. This was Golden Age, Richard Donner era DC Universe where it's all about hope and just... Yeah, it's about hope. And I don't... I get enough like cynical, dark, gritty superhero stuff. Maybe sometimes I just want to see my superheroes having a good time and saving the day with a positive attitude.
Yeah. like I can go with positive. And as I said, I like it when shows do, like superheroes, especially embrace their ridiculousness. But
It's fully embraced its ridiculousness. It's a ridiculous
It's-
superhero
it-
show
it-
where it's two people flying up and going, "Hey, let's stop this. Let's save this plane together." Sure thing. It's like, fine.
I just feel like the cheese went too far. The cheese is too strong for me. I feel I might have a slight intolerance.
You might be lactose intolerant, but that was just, I fully embrace the earnestness of what this show is going for. This is fine to me. Like, I get enough, like, everything else, especially from the DC, where everything's just gray and like dark tone palettes, and it's just like, ugh, stay down. If I wanted it, you'd be dead already. And this is just a guy who is the complete opposite of that, and he's positive and smiling and like wants to save the day instead of being like, oh, it's such a burden being a perfect human being. Oh, I absolutely hate it. It's like, no, fuck it. I'll take all the cheese you can bring me. Give me a full triple cheese pizza with a Superman logo on it. As long as it's fun, I don't give a fuck.
See, I feel like this isn't the first time that you and me have disagreed on something because I just couldn't handle the cheese factor.
It's true.
Because this pretty much my exact problem with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and exactly why you loved it at the same time. I couldn't handle the cheese factor. You loved the cheese factor.
I love me some cheese, man. I grew up watching Power Rangers, which is all primary colors and explosions. I love me some cheese.
See, I didn't watch as much Power Rangers as you. I don't think I was a Pokemon and a Yu-Gi-Oh kid.
You see, Yu-Gi-Oh takes itself very seriously. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
cheese there. There's cheese, but it's like, oh, this is super extreme 90s cheese. Ooh, it's like,
Yeah, once they got into like the Yu-Gi-Oh that didn't have Yu-Gi in it, that's when it was a lot of cheese.
yeah. So
That's when I stopped
God.
liking it.
I catch a little glimpses of that every now and then when it's on like.
Is that show still airing?
I don't know, but like it'll play like every now and then on like Go, and wow, man, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like
I
every
saw-
like terrible trope that people think about anime, it's right there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal or whatever it's called. It's like, oh, this is trash.
Yeah. Oh, I know I saw on Netflix the other day they have the original Yu-Gi-Oh series like on the Australian Netflix. Oh, so tempted.
Nah, man, go and watch the abridged. Like I don't even do like
So I know you're a big fan of a bridge series of things, aren't you? So I
yeah,
remember-
because it's like it's short, it's funnier. It's like a little slice of nostalgia, but instead of it being the cheesy dialogue that you remember, it's like a kind of a bit more kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of like, hey, this is pretty shit, remember? It's like sometimes I like a cynical approach and sometimes I don't like a cynical approach. It just depends on the medium. And for Superman, I don't want a cynical Superman. I don't even want like a real world Superman. I want that kind of 1940s, I can save the day, true for justice in the American way Superman. That's the Superman that I want.
I feel ya. I get what you want.
And
Yeah,
if Supergirl wants to give that to me, I'll take it. I'll take me some good times and some good vibes.
Oh, did you also see the thing that in like one of the Supergirl clips? Because isn't there like 3 trailers and a couple of clips out now?
Yeah, I only saw that clip in like
Yeah.
1 or 2 trailers. Yeah.
Okay, there was one where apparently there was a guy, and he in passing said someone, "Oh, like this place is going to shit. I should move back to Gotham."
I did see that trailer. Yes.
Yeah, so people are talking like, "Oh, we're gonna get like a Batman TV series." Oh.
I don't think we're going to get a Batman TV series, but my money would be on like a Batgirl showing up in Supergirl.
Oh, Batgirl! I'd like that.
Yeah, I'd be so down for that. Like if we could get a Batgirl that's a better Batman than what we're getting everywhere else, and it's on TV. Oh my god, I'd be so happy because it would be so funny that we could get like this great, like all the good shit that we want from the DCEU on TV. Like sure, it won't look as good because the budget isn't as great, but if it's got the, a better vibe and a better spirit and a better like approach to it, that's all I care about.
See,
Like,
fight choreography. That's what you got to go for, and that's where Arrow has been good for most of the time because while they haven't had the huge budget to make it look as good as like he's basically Batman. But
They get some good stuff every now and then. Like, there was an episode that was directed by the fight choreographer that had some great cinematography capturing the fight. It was very kind of Raid-esque, which I'll take. They've done like a few episodes where they've had like Raid influence and have been like, oh, okay.
I think one of the very Raid influenced episodes we watched together when I was in Wagga. Remember that?
Yes, was this where like he was fighting in a hallway? Was this like season 1?
Oh. No, like there was one in the newest season.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's the one where it's like a big long tracking shot and they're trying to find Diggle's brother.
Yeah.
That was my favorite episode of that season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one we watched together.
No, that fight scene was amazing.
Oh, sorry, I keep choking on nothing here. I'm having a bad throat night.
That is crazy.
Anyway, do we want to talk about a little recommendation? We've kind of already been talking about it a little bit, but
do you want to do the trailers first, and then we'll get to those?
Oh, totally forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that
Don't
we
forget,
have
man.
many.
No, we're
have
just going to talk like a little bit about these teasers that are out for Ghost in the Shell. Now,
did you watch all 5?
I think I watched all 5. There's one where like she's talking to a lady and she says, "What are you?" There's one where it's like a bunch of monks in a circle. There's
they're
one
all kind of plugged in.
where a character like unloads a heap of bullets and then lets out the shells. There's one where Scarlett Johansson is plugged in.
Yeah, she's unplugging herself.
There's one where she's walking down a hallway with a gun.
Yeah, and
That's all.
one
I
of like a
remember.
geisha-looking robot.
Oh yeah, the geisha robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen them all. I mean, I like the look of it. Like,
yeah, like I want to not like it because of the whole whitewashing thing, putting Scarlett Johansson in a Japanese role.
But at the
That's
same
kind
time,
of-
I'm like, hey, she's a robot, so what does it fucking matter what the robot looks like? If like every other character around her is like Japanese and maybe, they make it a bit more diverse. Like, I don't know. If you really want the Japanese version, you can watch the anime. You've got the manga or whatever. You've got the anime series. It's all there for you. And I'm sure Japan, if like this is successful, Japan might be like, hey, we'll make our own version. Like that's what they did with Godzilla when Godzilla was really successful. Like, okay, we're going to have a crack at our property again. And now Shin Godzilla is doing really well and it's getting like a limited release in America. So if that's what it could lead to, in my mind.
Hurrah!
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I think it looks pretty good for now. I really like the style and intriguing. It's starting up some mysteries, and I feel like it's going to be a very big mystery, the whole movie.
I hope it's good because I like my cyberpunk movies, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen like the original anime movie or like the anime series, so I don't have any connection to it. I just want to see like a good science fiction film.
Yeah. See, I like these science fiction films where it's like based on a novel or something from like the 90s or the 80s because I feel like in that era,
We got a lot of cyberpunk stuff.
yeah, because I feel like that's how they fought like 2016 would be. So to see like the old technology that they
Bit
thought would
wrong.
still be
Like
around.
they thought it would be like really grey and cool, and instead it's just bunch of like Apple whites and bullshit and people on fucking hoverboards or whatever those things are called.
Hoverboards. I saw someone on it the other day when I was driving. I'm like, I wanted to yell, "That's not a hoverboard!" and fucking run him over.
I'm tempted to like get one for like cinematography purposes, like using it to like get smooth camera shots. I can see the appeal.
Fucking hipster.
What?
You fucking hipster.
How does that make me a hipster?
Because you want a fucking hoverboard. That's all.
For practical reasons, not
Nah, there
not
is
just
no
because I don't want to
nah.
walk. I want to I want it as like a cheap alternative to what like Steadicam users have like segways for like the Olympics and stuff. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe that could be like a cool cheap alternative to that. I could get some like neat shots with it. I'm thinking practically, not just because I want to look cool on it. I don't think I'll look cool on it. I think I'll look like a dickhead, but maybe I'll get some cool shots that'll make up for that.
Hey. More of a dickhead.
You know what, man? Go fuck yourself. That's what you can do.
You just can't handle
trying to
get a good shot in.
I'm trying to improve myself, trying to, improve my skill set, and you're just bringing me down. Honestly, I feel so attacked right now.
Hey, what are friends for? Friends are there to just destroy you when you start feeling good about yourself.
Yes, that's
Like, no, you ain't shit, bitch.
you're just a mean lady. That's what you are, Brett.
Mean lady.
You're a mean lady.
Oh, it's because I have long hair.
No,
That's why you call me a lady, because I have long hair.
no, because you're a massive cunt. That's why I called you that. All right, let's get to some recommendations.
Touche.
Yeah, Brett, what have you been watching and/or listening to that's
I've
worth?
started watching a new series. It's on Netflix. It's called
yeah.
Orphan Black. Have you watched it?
I have watched the first episode. I keep hearing people recommend it to me. I'm gonna get to it eventually.
It's really good. It takes a few episodes to really get into the mystery. Once you figure out that it's sorry for the small.
No,
story.
no,
Once
don't
you
tell me anything. I'll hunt you down. I swear to Christ.
Once you figure out what the dealio is with the person that looked just like her, I got it. I got it. I said it in a non-spoilery way. You find out what the dealio is with that. That's when it really starts to get rolling. And because for like first 2 episodes, it's just frustrating not knowing. It's just that frustration, like, oh, come on, tell us already. Then I think it's about episode 3, they tell you, and the mystery just... Because it does well at developing mysteries. One mystery will close itself, but once you've figured out that mystery, because of the solution for that mystery, it brings up like 3 more.
Yeah, one answer just leads to more questions. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got that thing going for it, and it does it really well.
Look, I'll get round to it eventually. You seem to be enjoying it. Like, how many episodes are you into it?
Yep. Oh, I've almost finished the first season. I think I've got like 2 episodes left of the first season.
Nice. Well, I'll get round to it eventually.
Yeah.
It's on my list.
I probably would have finished the first season by now. It's just I had a really busy weekend, so didn't get time to watch stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. I have been continuing to watch Atlanta, and it's still real good.
Oh, I started it. I watched the first 2 episodes of it.
Man, I'm up to episode 5. Like, it's not like this, like a show that you have to be watching because, like, wow, it's got this great like story and mystery and stuff. No, I've just been kind of really enjoying it because it's really well made. It's well shot and it's got a lot of vignettes and like it says a lot of kind of interesting, funny things.
Yeah, just from the 2 episodes I've watched, so you're obviously more into it than I am. But it's the humor is real. It's like because if you watch
there is
sitcoms,
a sense of surreality to it as well. Like it's got that kind of where Louis would like it's very kind of like this kind of real environment, but every now and then it would add some surrealism to be like just to enhance the joke, which is fine. Like in the most recent episode,
that's what makes it funnier. Like when you're watching these sitcoms or whatever, when larger than life stuff happens, you don't think anything of it because it's a sitcom. It happens all the time. But then, like in a show like this, where it's mostly quite realistic, when something surreal happens, that makes it all the funnier. You know,
like in the most recent episode, they do this thing where Justin Bieber shows up, but it's not actually Justin Bieber. It's just this. He's like a black kid that's called Justin Bieber, and for all intents and purposes, he is Justin Bieber. So they're kind of like playing up this like kind of idea that like, yeah, maybe if like this kid who like didn't look like this kind of Calvin Klein model was being as much of a little shit, but looked differently, people would treat him differently. But they, most of the show like treats him like, oh, it's Justin. Oh my God, it's Justin Bieber. But the one character on the show is like, no, man, this kid's a little dickhead. Fuck him.
Yeah. No, I really liked the realistic aspect of it because a lot of it feels like things that a funny person would actually say in real life. Like when he gets picked up from jail and he's going to his kind of ex-girlfriend, I guess you'd call her. I don't know.
Who knows what a situation. It's a complicated situation.
Yeah, it's a complicated situation. Doesn't really explain what
it's complicated in a realistic way, though. It's like you feel like you've heard someone in a situation like that.
Yeah, because it confused me because the first episode, like 1 second they're in bed, they're kissing, looking like they're about to have sex. Then the next And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going on a date with some guy tonight." I'm like, "Wait, what?
Mm.
When you just," and it doesn't really explain it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it doesn't really need to be explained.
No, it does not.
Yeah, so I also like that aspect of it, that it doesn't need to explain things with words. It explains it with the settings and with the acting.
Mm.
So when you can explain things without explaining them, you're doing a good job storytelling.
Exactly.
And this is Donald Glover we're talking about. He is a stupidly talented human being.
Oh, yes. I also rewatched all of House of Cards because, while I was sick.
You and your mama were sick.
Yeah, I showed it to her and she got real into it. So
Yeah, I can imagine your mum getting into something like that.
yeah, she'd seen the British one
definitely
before,
ideal.
so it was nice
Yeah.
to kind of show the American one and be like, hey, this one's also good, and her to be like, oh yeah, this is actually pretty great. So that was kind of fun to rewatch all of that again. Besides that, I haven't done a whole heap. Like, I've been listening to a little bit to Heart's new album, Smoke, Fire, Hope, Desire, and a little bit of Every Time I Die's Low Teens. But besides that,
Oh, is that out now?
it
That
is out
album?
now. Yeah, that's I've been listening to a little bit of that on Spotify. Besides that, I was sick, so it was like coming in and out of consciousness, being like asleep or watching House of Cards.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of listening or watching this week because I was a busy weekend. Let's talk about my weekend. We got like 10 minutes more to kill on this, probably less because of the time we had to stop because technical difficulties.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to the Melbourne show this weekend.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was overpriced, but it was lovely. Have you ever been to the Melbourne show?
Not in ages. Like back when I was a kid, when I used to live there.
Yeah. Oh, it's different as an adult. As an adult, you realize how few things most show bags actually give you.
Yeah.
But I hunted out. I hunted out the 2 show bags that were actually really good value money.
Oh yeah.
I got a Deadpool show bag,
Nice.
which $20.
Mm.
I got a cup.
Mm.
I got a poster. I got a keyring. I got a hat, and I got a shirt.
That's not that bad.
That's pretty. I'm thinking to myself, $20. I
You'd
wouldn't have to
usually
pay
just pay
$20.
that for like just a shirt.
Yeah, just a shirt, but you got all that. So yeah, and also a Ghost Drops show bag, and I got so
Oh.
excited because I haven't had Ghost Drops in years.
Are those like
Well-
really sour things?
They're not super sour,
Yeah.
but they like change the color of your tongue. They're kind of sour.
Ah, yeah. I remember those.
Yeah. So here's the thing with Ghost Drops, because I used to have them all the time as a kid. In high school, there was a corner shop near my school. This was when I was at the private school, not when I was at Kringle.
Yeah.
We used to go there before school, me and my friends, and we'd buy this bunch of Ghost Drops, and we'd just eat them throughout the day, and we'd always get in trouble because the teachers fucking see the color on our tongues.
Ha.
And see, here's the thing I've realized about Ghost Drops. You can't fucking eat that shit and
No.
go places as an adult.
No, you cannot.
Because I ate one as soon as I got it, and my tongue was fucking green. I was like, oh shit, I'm an adult. And for the rest of this day, I'm walking around with a green fucking tongue.
That it does make you look like very suspicious. Like you're
yeah.
like,
It
why
made
is
me
that
look
adult
like-
got a green tongue? Is he gonna molest my children?
Yeah. See, that's just like the epitome of being an adult. That made me realize, oh shit, as an adult, there are things I can't do anymore. Like, I can't eat Ghost Drops and then be in public. I can't do that anymore.
I don't feel the need to like eat. You know how like as a kid like lollies are just like the most magical amazing thing anymore. I try to eat like a gummy bear or like a jelly snake, and I feel sick. It's just the texture is all weird. It's like
Oh wow, so you can't eat lollies at all, can you?
I could, but it's just it feels like weird, and I don't feel like, oh wow, I've got to scoff my face with them like as a kid. Where
yeah,
you're just
see,
like, oh
I-
fucking get all these jelly snakes in me. Now I'm just like, I could do like a chocolate mousse. I could do maybe like a chocolate bar, but I could do chocolate things. But like anything that's like jelly, I'm just like, fucking why? This is gross. I don't need it.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely true. Like, you don't love lollies as much as an adult. Like, I don't
I fucking
generally
love biscuits
buy
now,
myself
though.
lollies.
Oh my
like,
god,
ever.
biscuits are amazing.
Oh, biscuits. Love biscuits. You got me into Royal Crowns.
Bruh.
I've been buying them.
Those are real good. That's like them and pods are just
Yeah, I've been buying Royal Crowns since that night at my place. That probably sounded really weird to listeners. That night at my place, we made love by the fire.
Brett, you don't have a fire.
Shut up! They don't know that.
Brett's
Go
poor.
on with the
Brett's poor.
narrative.
La, la, la.
Says the one who still lives with his fucking parents.
In my goddamn mansion. It's not a
Goddamn.
mansion.
It's a fucking horseshoe.
It's fine.
Your house is laid out like a horseshoe. It's always got me. But no, freaking lollies. Yeah, lollies. Like, weird thing to go back to, but yeah, I don't generally buy myself them because I never feel the need to buy them. But if they're on offer, I'll eat a few. But you know, I just bought the Ghost Drop show bag because I'm like, I'm at the Melbourne show, and
That's fair.
I haven't had Ghost Drops in years.
Are there like rides at the Melbourne show? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I went on like 2 roller coasters.
Oh
and
yeah.
there was like a 3D mirror house.
Like, what is there to do as an adult at the Melbourne show? I'm very curious.
Well, there's some, as I said, there's some rides. So if you like roller coasters, like, yeah, they're fun. We went to watch some wood chopping competition. That was
oh man, I haven't seen a wood
surprisingly-
chopping competition in ages. I used to be fascinated by it.
They're still pretty fascinating. Like we were there for about 10 minutes. Where I think me and my sister at least spent the most time was a dog show.
Oh yeah, dogs, bloody doggos,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah, it's like there was an actual like dog competition. Like we watched that, and what was it that won? It was the Cocker Spaniels that won.
Oh good.
And then basically all the dog show arena, whatever. And then it was set up in front of this huge shed. And you just go into this shed, and there was just so many like breeders with their dogs just sitting out there on display. Like some of them were just like sitting in their cages, some were sitting back, but some of them were like right up there, and you could pat them and whatever.
Nice. Pat so many
I think-
dogs.
Me and my sister spent about an hour and a half in there.
Well, there's so many dogs to pat, so many dogs to meet.
There,
like-
there was one. It was what was it? I think it was a Labrador. I can't remember exactly, but my sister had won a plush fish toy on some game before,
yeah.
and the dog saw it, and it slowly just walked towards it, started sniffing it, and slowly started to nibble on it. And the owner just goes, "Don't let him have it. He'll put holes all through it." But my sister's just like, "But I don't want to stop him. He's having so much fun."
It's true. It's like, oh, this is yours now. It's like, thank you.
This is- yeah, I'm just like, let him have it. It's his. No, I
He has
saw so
chosen
many.
his toy. Let him have it.
I saw so many breeds that I'd never seen before, like in person at least. Like, have you ever seen a Saint Bernard in person?
I think there's one on my street.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, there was a huge Saint Bernard, and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
And,
big old jowly fucks.
Yeah, there was an Irish Wolfhound.
Oh, I don't think I've seen one of those in person. No.
Yeah, fucking huge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there was. Oh, you know those shaggy dogs that basically look like they have like dreadlocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was some of those.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
there was Alaskan Malamutes. There was Huskies. Fucking love like both of those breeds.
So many good doggos. I am
Yeah.
jealous of that. Well,
Yeah. Anyway, I should stop talking about dogs now because I could probably go on.
we could
and
probably
on.
go on and on and
And
on and
on.
on. That pretty much takes us to the end of the podcast. If you
Oh, did
have any... Huh?
I was gonna say, did you do anything your weekend? I just went on about mine.
No,
a
I
bit.
was sick. That's what I did on my weekend.
Yeah, while I was at the show. Oh, also we went to Phillip Island and we saw the penguins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in ages.
I did things because my family were visiting. I don't do things if my family aren't visiting.
That's true. This is a very rare event for you. It's like, Aiden, I did things. You don't understand. I left the room for reasons other than
I
work. Wow.
Yeah, I did things, actual human things.
Hot damn. Well, that wraps us up. If you want to contact us, tell us about your opinions on any of these things. Did you go to the Melbourne show? Let us know. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/PCMR podcast. We're also on Twitter at PCMR podcast. We also have personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aidans Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I am at meman125.
Mm-hmm.
And you can... did you say the email already? No, you didn't.
No, you did not.
You can email us at pcmrpodcast@gmail.com. It is a great place to just get in contact with us any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want.
We also have an Instagram. We're at PCMR podcast. It's
Yeah, that's a
pretty
thing.
it's pretty good. We got over 100 likes on that Ghost Rider comparison pic that I reposted.
Really?
Yeah, like 124 likes. People really
Wow.
like comparison pictures, so I'm gonna be reposting a lot of accurate MCU shit just to steal them likes, cause I'm a like whore.
Yeah. Your Instagram game is pretty strong.
It's pretty strong.
I posted a selfie the other day and put like 2 hashtags on it and got like 15 likes, and I was so proud of myself.
That's pretty good. That's some strong game.
Yeah.
Did well.
Oh, here's what let me down though, because basically it was a picture like after my football team won their match and we got into the grand final, and I was really happy, so I posted a selfie wearing my scarf. And so basically on my team there is a player called Lance Franklin. His nickname is Buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I tagged my team in it,
Mm.
and an account called AFL Buddy liked my picture. My heart skipped a beat. I thought, oh my god,
Buddy Franklin.
just liked my picture. One of the best players on my favorite AFL team liked my picture. I went to it, and it was just a fucking like betting account. I was like, I was so excited, so excited. Nah.
I have had like I think the Let Live guitarist liked a picture I posted of like Let Live once.
Let Live's drummer liked one of my tweets once.
They're pretty good for that.
Yeah.
Decent
Fan
band.
interaction.
Bruh, gonna go see them in January. Are you
so
pumped?
pumped.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so
We got our
keen.
tickets.
Oh, nice. So if you want to listen to us, you can find us on iTunes. Just type in PCMR. That's a quick way to find us. Subscribe so that, you don't have to worry. The podcast just comes to you. We're also on YouTube. Just type in PCMR podcast. You'll find us.
Yeah, you'll find us.
Or if you just want to go to one quick and easy place, PCMRpodcast.net. That's the website. That's where all the audio gets posted. You can find all the links to the social medias. It's simples.
Simples.
Super
Still gonna get
easy.
sued for using that.
Fuck them. Fuck those meerkats. You heard me.
I like me.
Unless they want to sponsor us, then hey, them meerkats are okay.
Compare them.
No, they ain't paying us yet. Let's not say fuck 'em. Till they pay us, then we can. Fuck you, pay me. That's my new.
Seriously, though,
That's
did
my
you
new
know that
motto in life right now. Fuck you, pay me.
Did you know that comparethemeerkat.com is actually a website? They actually made that website,
Of course they did. I mean,
and it is great.
can you compare meerkats?
You can compare meerkats, and you can also see what is your inner meerkat.
That's some crazy marketing right there. All right, well, we're going to leave it off there. Until next week, we'll be talking about Luke Cage.
Yes, it won't be this slog of an episode like this where we're just like, let's try and find things to talk about, even though there's nothing.
Let's close it out. Brett, can I post a song? Can we play a song?
Oh, okay. We haven't done that in a while.
I've done it in a while, but I just want to pay tribute to my cat. Please come back. This is Tron's song by Thundercat. Come back to me, Jat.
Farewell.
Don't you know you rock my world? Don't you ever leave me, Turbo Try. Don't ever honor
get your own.
Yo, testing. That's too much gain. Yo, noises. Okay. I don't know why I made like a retarded cat sound.